Kings, I am back quite sooner than I'd anticipated, because the transcript for Balldomane's Omnibus hearing was released, and it was quite underwhelming. For starters, Nick did not attempt to big dog his lawyer. This has me under the impression that either he knew farmers would be in attendance and didn't want to give them anything salacious to see or report. Or, the more likely scenario, his lawyer told him to sit there, shut the fuck up, and let him do the job Nick hired him for. I know it pains him to not share his unmatched legal acumen with everyone like his protege Robert Tellez has done, but if he has any chance of getting more lenient charges or a more acceptable plea deal, then he needs to speak as little as possible. It didn't stop him from still going on Twitter and declaring this yet another Balldomale victory before the transcript was given. The meat and potatoes of the transcript is as follows. Nick is filing yet another motion. This time it's a motion called a Frank's motion, designed to suppress any evidence that may incriminate Nick, basically. Which would likely be the body cam footage. Any video evidence of Nick being hopped up on cocaine, edited or not. April's testimony to officers after the polycule got arrested, and some other shit I can't remember. I don't see this being granted like his other motions weren't, as the grounds for the motion is that the detective didn't watch the right video and instead watched the clout goblin known as Aaron Imholte's stream the day of Nick's arrest, or an edited version of the incriminating stream. For those of us with functioning brain cells, we're aware that Nick has privated or likely deleted that certain stream, and the state has yet to request Nick or YouTube produce a copy of it, so when the state gets their shit together and gets a subpoena for the original stream, it'll only make Nick look like a fool more. Their second issue came with the search warrant that they still maintain the gangster computer God falsified was only for drugs and not firearms. I'm not sure if Nick is aware of this, but leaving a firearm out in the open near drugs is still gonna be confiscated, so that's cope. The last thing that was requested from Nick's lawyer is that the body cam footage not be used as evidence if April testifies. Editor Bernie here. I made an error at this section initially. I stated that both sides agreed the body cam footage would not be used if April testifies. The state will be using it regardless of whether she does or not. Nick has been moving mountains to ensure she remains loyal to the polycule and doesn't flip state, and he may talk her into not doing so, which would mean the charges for her would still be on the table. I think there is 60-40 odds on her not testifying, currently barring someone outside the sphere getting through to her to testify against him for lesser charges. But as I said earlier, this was all somehow conflated to be a Balldomale W. Let's hear how this is possible.
Baldonatics. Now that everyone has seen the Omnibus hearing transcript, you can all see the legal snafu that my lawyer and I, mainly me, have placed the state in. Those stupid faggots have probably never heard of a Frank's hearing in their entire lives, or the legal bullshit I'm posting on Twitter about esoteric law shit that I'm misinterpreting to make people believe I'm correct, for which I am correct because I am the paralegal god. The state will be so discombobulated by our staggering combined legal acumen that I make up the lion's share of that. They'll simply drop all charges against me and give me $1 million as recompense for my emotional damages, and they can enjoy prison instead. Remember, the Baldo may bend, but it does not break, and I know firsthand through the rigorous testing Ricardo, Romaine James, and that snake Aaron put it through. Me and the Baldo are both Teflon, baby, and you all know that the gun they found near my precious cocaine was definitely not mine, as I previously stated that I cannot talk about my case. The government planted that 22 long rifle gun in my home, and my handgun is chambered in 50 Beowulf, and it's one of a kind. I don't care if some prude incel talks to me about how 300 blackout 308 6.5 Grendel or 5.56 are superior. My gun is one of a kind, and I only paid $14,000 for it on sale. I don't care how much of the chat says the transcript makes things look bad. You clearly are not seeing things from my perspective. You're lucky Ethan didn't try to big dog any of you while he was there taking notes about my hearing. Nicola Maxwell says that Ethan was taking notes on the people he saw there instead. You're supposed to be my top Jenny, Nicola. Get your shit together, or I'll deal with you the same way I dealt with Kalia. It's my rhetoric, or the highway. I don't care if there was a lady there that looked like a 90s businesswoman if she didn't want to join my polycule with our wife and hot wife chat. We have established that this hearing was yet another total Balldomale victory. You're all jealous prude incels who can't see that I'm defeating the government for you. I'm quite literally doing you a favor. It's all for you, chat. Don't believe anyone else because it simply isn't true. It's not true.